I just ran into this young lady and she is telling me about a trip she did, and I'll let her tell you the trip.
July of 57, I graduated from nurses training. Worked a year to get the money. In 58, I left with this group. We took the boat to London, England, picked up our bikes at the Raleigh factory, and then went across the channel, biked, Belgium, Germany, down over the Switzerland through the Alps. We didn't have tents because we stayed at youth hostels. You took your sheet and then just used their cots and whatever, but you had duties there at the youth hostel. You had to help with fixing supper and washing dishes and stuff like that. But the cobblestones, your flesh on your arms hurt. And you tightened everything on your bike. Three speed.
Three speed. And you went over the Alps.
Yes. And I didn't mind going up, it was coming down.
Oh, interesting.
I braked. So
because
I can't go that real fast. So that was a long time ago, but it was quite the experience. No little cell phones to talk to each other.
Boy, we're spoiled. Huh? Oh my gosh. Well, it was a pleasure meeting you. Thank
too.
you for telling me that story.
Pole Creek, where are you going
I'm heading up to Pole Bridge.
How many miles?
I think it's 60.
Oh, you better get going.
All right, bye.
Bye.
Lee and I are cruising along, taking him to the park near the train station. We still walking?
We have free air right over there.
Oh, cool. Here's Lee and I walking to the train station. I don't know, next time I'm going to see him carrying some of his load for him.
Remember I told you Big Fork, you'd see me again?
That's right, I see you again.
You'll see me again.
And I saw him again. I'm going to see him again after this. This is the oh so adorable Whitefish, Montana. Oh my God, that's like my first store closing sign on this whole bike trip that I've seen. But you can see it has planters, and look at the architecture. The walkway has an overhang, so everyone's in the shade. There's the skiing. A lot of people have their masks on walking around. We don't. I don't know. I'm outside. I don't think I'm wearing a mask when I'm outside unless I'm in enclosed areas.
You can get your photo with a bunch
Oh boy, now we're in Hollywood.
If you're into romance, you go up there, there's a bar upstairs.
If I'm into romance. That's a great sentence. It is kind of like a Park City, I guess, or an Aspen or Telluride. Funny, we're walking and everyone's asking us where we biked from. It's interesting people want to stop and talk to us since we don't have masks on.
This is the hangout right here.
That's the hangout, okay. Great Northern Bar and Grill, according to Lee. This is his 5th year coming here. What a gorgeous, well done town. I mean, oh my gosh, I'm so impressed. All the buildings, architecture, it's clean. Oh, there's a street fair. Oh, nice. Yeah, a bunch of stuff I can't buy. So where's the train? Straight ahead?
Yeah.
Look at this train station. Look at all these lights. Oh my gosh, it is like we're in Switzerland. And this fantastic train. I've always admired graffiti artists. They do beautiful work. It's so fun and being colorful, even though I think a lot of it has a negative connotation. Certain codes that mean certain things that I would never know, so who cares? This guy is going to tightrope. Yum, look what you got. Little tacos and salad. Salad looks nice, and I got a burrito with pork. Just finished doing laundry in the bathroom with hot water and soap, which was so nice, in my collapsible bucket. I look over and Ted's like using his camp pulleys or whatever. And he goes, all you need is a piece of rope. A freaking rope to hang the bear food, which I've never done. I'm always trying to figure out where I can lay my clothes at the different campsites. This is Sterling and Brandon. So first we want to look at the Willy Wonka bike that I'm calling it.
Salsa Warbird frame, custom frame bag by Cycle Cats, who's behind you at the moment.
Cycle Cats.
Custom built wheels, 650B instead of the standard 700 with fatter tires. Got TT bars on it for when it gets windy in the plains.
And Cycle Cats designed this bag.
These are old vintage Sackville panniers for Ortlieb tail bag.
And that hasn't been bending for you because
It does.
And look at his cool fender.
Which is an ass saver designed by Bicycle Crumbs.
Got his little donut here, mug, shoes. Oh, you got a spot. You have your solar. Where's that cool funky thing on the front that I saw?
Little rim dynamo from Bilogical.
And he taped his front forks just to make him look extra cool. And you're biking from where to where?
Anacortes, Washington to Sparta, North Carolina.
How much weight do you think you're carrying?
A lot.
Okay, that does that. And they're buds, and they're traveling together.
I'm Brandon. Well, I make all these bags by hand. Everything is designed, cut, and sewn by me, except for the dry bag here. I also built this bike from scratch. I made the frame, fork, wheels, everything.
Wow.
Put it all together. It's based on like 50s, 60s style French bikes.
Okay.
Very classic touring style.
It's beautiful.
But I also run big 40mm tires, more modern size tires for gravel duty. I also have a dynamo set up, except mine is built in the hub. So it powers the front light, and it's actually wired all the way back to the tail light on the fender as well.
Tell us about what's in here.
Oh, this is my display case. These are just patches that I've collected along the way, bird feathers, you know, fun things that I find.
And look at his fantastic logo. See the little kitty cat and the bicycle? I think that's so brilliant. Look how beautiful. This is at the campground. We already knew Tom needed a new bike, but he hasn't serviced this in like 6 years, so he's never cleaned the chain. And a lot of people don't think of it. You know, as long as the bike's moving, it's moving. But he keeps putting the bike chain stuff. But what he's doing is he's putting it on, and then he's getting more dirt. Then he's putting more on, and he's getting more dirt. So he's just collecting layers and layers and layers over the years. It's so goopy that it would take us a while to get it cleaned. So he's gonna take it to a shop, and they can just pop the chain off and wash it really easy. We just noticed that his tire is wobbly.
Yeah, it's bad.
Yeah, it's pretty bad, and he has a bent rim. So what's happening is some of the rim is touching his brake pad. So he's really working extra hard to pedal. He has no idea though. When he decides to buy a bike,
It's gonna be a Harley.
he's gonna be like, oh my gosh, this is so easy. He's gonna be like Speed Demon.
Well, then look how big my muscles are getting.
I know.
There you go.
This is Lee's hairbrush. Thank you, Lee. Thank you for leaving your hairbrush. We're cleaning a greasy chain with maybe a very greasy brush.
Probably.
Greasy. I don't know, Lee, how clean your hair is. Tommy told me to take his bike for a spin. Are you ready? Look. Look at the chain ring shield. Look at it. Look at how warped it is. Oh my gosh. The tires are cracked. There's cracks in the rubber. The brake pads are worn down. I mean, everything is wrong with this bike, but it gets him from point A to point B, but it's getting dangerous now, and that's why I want him to get something else. Boy, I would love to buy him a bike. Just a cheap used bike. He gets like $1,400 a month from Social Security and stuff. You know, I get it. He's just being extra frugal. He's thinking, well, you know, haven't crashed and killed myself yet with this bike. He is like 61. You can actually feel the hardness in here. This looks like it's super plush, and over time the foam just gets pushed down enough, because when I sat on it I could feel this hard part right here.
Maybe that's why my butt hurts all the time, huh?
Yeah, and your knees and your back and everything else.
And my balls.
Well, that actually would be from this bike, because sitting on it, if your ass is here, I felt this metal thing in here that's part of the bike stem, I think, shooting up, and so you're hitting right there. That's why. And you're not properly fitted on the bike, so that's part of why your back hurts. I'm telling you, these physical ailments will go away. Some of it is bike related and some of it's not. Tom and I are headed off for his first mountain bike adventure. Yeah! This is the Whitefish Trail head where people hike and bike, and they have a really nice layout here showing you the whole area. The campsite is right here. We just biked through the neighborhood and we're here, and we're gonna take the green line up. It's 32 miles one way. We're not doing that, and it said only 600 feet of climbing.
I'm already sweating.
Here it comes! How's your bike doing on the rocks?
It's like drying my fingers a little bit, but See you still crooked. You see that?
I almost got it on video.
That dog scared the shit out of me. I thought it was like a little bear coming after me. Like, damn it.
I missed it. Darn, I hadn't hit record yet. Tom had his first injury. He was standing still with his bicycle and his bicycle fell over.
What can I say?
Oh gosh, does it hurt? I have some water we could rinse on it.
No, it's fine.
Okay.
That greasy keeps the dirt out of it.
You want to hear the tune I just came up with? There once was a prince sitting in the shade. He didn't know what to do because he didn't have a spare tube. And along came Naomi, who sat by his side and secretly let the air out of her tire. And I don't have another line. Then he touched her hand and they walked away and lived happily ever after. Yeah, that's why I'm not in the music business. I think every man that has passed me has been eye candy. And I'm gonna say probably average in their 40s. Oh my gosh. And they're all on their own. I'm not looking at their hands, whether they have a wedding band on or not, because obviously there's no future. I don't think I've ever seen so much in one spot, on one trail, ever, in all my biking. That's what inspired There Once Was a Prince. It's time to abort the mission. I've only gone, I think, 6.5 miles one way. Tomorrow I'm probably gonna put in a good 50 miles, so. I got to see the Whitefish Trail. It's really pretty. It's interesting on the drop bar, getting used to the drop bar. Definitely feels safer on a straight bar. And the rock here is very sharp. It's almost like slate sticking up, but it's beautiful and you're really in open nature. And I think I did just pass 2 huge fresh piles of poo. I didn't want to stop to look at it because I thought maybe if I looked up I would see a big fuzzy bear. What's this thing coming running towards me on its own? Who's there? Oh, okay, it's someone with a cyclist. It was their dog. I saw you in the distance. I thought you were a baby bear. Hi.
How's it going?
It's going great. It's amazing out. We have all these other people that have come in. We have a full campsite. You two are doing the full Great Divide, and you're doing a fun loop.
I'm just going to Butte.
Well, it still counts. So we're trying to look at the trail and figure out time here. So let me look at that. Emily overheard me talking about wanting something really cold to drink. And then she said, I can drive you to the gas station because I was too lazy to bike there. I got goodies thanks to this kind lady. Well, she's a young gal. I just got back from the store and he says, someone must have said my name because you said,
someone said your name, yeah.
Oh, and he's like, you tagged me on warm showers in Eureka. Like, what are the odds that I'm running into somebody that I tagged on warm showers? You guys live in Eureka?
Yeah.
And what's your trip?
We went from Eureka to Libby, then got a car cheat back up to Loon Lake. We were only in Libby to see that friend who gave us a ride back to where we needed to be. Then we went to Troy, to Bull Lake. This is all on the Wild West route.
Oh, you did the Wild West route. Good for you.
Basically, I connected the dots down to Noxon. And then from Noxon, we went over to Trout Creek, up to Happy's Inn to Tally Lake, then to here.
Because I'm going to get on the Wild West. That's initially what I was doing starting from Boise. So I got on it. It was before Stanley. And then I dumped into Darby. And then I was supposed to do the second section. It said it was 33,000 feet of climbing, like 308 miles. And
it is.
Yeah. You know, you're in much better shape and you're probably a much better cyclist than I am. And then where you go from here?
Ride the inside North Fork Road to Polebridge, because then if you show up and say you got there on a bike, then they give you a free pastry.
Oh, in Polebridge?
Yeah.
Oh, because I'm going to Polebridge, but I'm going to dump down off the Great Divide.
Oh, okay, you're going to do the out and back?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you need to go in there and say, hey, what's your hiker-biker special? They'll give you a free pastry.
And go in the bakery? I guess there's one bakery. Okay.
It's the bakery.
Okay.
And then we're going to ride back from there to home.
What's the story with the Vermont jersey?
I grew up in Vermont.
Oh.
went to University of Vermont.
And what's your name again?
Latimer.
Latimer?
Yeah.
That's an awesome name. Those are super cool, so you just get them online.
I think I just Googled wide brim for bike helmet.
It makes everybody look like a cowboy. Look at this cool setup. So they're primarily endurance. They have panniers, not ginormous ones like I've usually been seeing. I love this bag. It's cool because you can just open it. Ortlieb seems to be the #1 brand I'm seeing for panniers. Yeah. Straight bar. He's got the funky bars. I'm digging how you have your sandals attached. This is a TED update. Last time we spoke,
Looking for a job.
right, and you went to their crepe place and they
shot me down.
and he even bought a crepe to support the
I should have threw it at him.
So then he went. Didn't you
I
have
went
another
to-
one? No, you didn't.
I went to the library, sat on a bench, sent out a bunch of emails, my resume, and I think it was even like 3 minutes. Mackenzie River Pizza Company contacted me. I'm on Indeed, so like I just send them a link to my resume. I went and talked to some people at Buffalo Cafe, meet with them on Tuesday.
We looked on Craigslist, apartments.com,
Yep.
on Zillow, Rentler,
Yeah.
and we found 3.
Yeah. It's pretty
Rooms.
slim pickings.
Yeah. One was like with 3 chicks who like to smoke weed and they had one bathroom.
Yeah. That sounded like the best option. A 29 and 30-year-old, 420 females, friendly, and they were looking for a roommate.
Where's your state of mind now? If you don't find a room, well, you kind of have to. I mean,
Yeah. So I think the 20th I'd have to leave, but I'm sure they'll give me a little more time.
And
Well, at
one
least
guy-
I'll have income coming in.
so we'll have to tune in because in a week,
Tune
everything
in,
could
tune in,
change.
drop out. No.